Hi, and welcome to Star Lighthouse. I'm Prashant, and this is weekly reading for Sun, Moon, Venus rising in Libra. This is a generic read, so please take all those messages that resonate with you and leave everything else behind. And if this reading does connect with you, there is an extension. The link for that extension is below in the description box. I hope you like the reading, and if you do, please do like, subscribe, and share. That'd be very helpful. Thank you for that. So Libra, how are you doing? How's December so far for you? Hopefully you're getting into some sort of holiday spirits. If in case this year was tough for you, maybe like you can find some sort of calmness, maybe a thought that you can now just like, this is ending, so let's just let it be and relax and just see what we have learned from this year and just move on to the next one. Definitely for a lot of people this was hard, but let's just close the chapter on this year and move to the next one. Alright Libra, let's focus on the question on your mind. Take a deep breath, exhale, and let everything else, something to be done or not, outside. Just that question on your mind that brought you to the reading, and maybe this reading has an answer for you. So you're going through nightmares right now. 9 of Swords. Living your own devil in your dreams. And what's blocking you getting out of it? Or actually, it's what's fueling is daydreaminess, 7 of Coins. So there is, what's going on basically is daydreaming or dreaming a lot or going into fantasy land happens when your mind gets stuck, both creatively or both with doubt. When it gets stuck, then it has to go in a different fantasy land and try to see what are the possibilities. When it gets stuck with a doubt, the same sort of fantasy land now becomes a fearful land and like a scary place, and when you go to it, every possible fear becomes reality over there. So that's the nightmares, and it's being fueled by your daydreaminess, like not being completely present in the moment. Yeah, that's where the funny part is, like so your fears are basically trying to tell you that these are the things you're not noticing when you're conscious. So can you please look in the dream state and see if you can get out of them now in a dream state. Once you learn how to get out of them in a dream state, then you can consciously take actions to do that in a realistic state. Past situations, Emperor card, so it's pointing towards family upbringing, like rules, beliefs that you grew up with, not just family, like even peer societies that you grew up with, and that kind of defined the boundaries that limited either your growth, travel. So growth would be both cultural, financial, like every possible growth that got blocked by the belief systems, the upbringing laws sort of you had. Like these laws do have a tendency of creating illusionary boundaries around us, which define, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. Everything outside that is a scary place. And that's, now you are seemingly at the edge. You've already achieved everything inside this boundary. Like everything you can possibly think of, skillfully, work-wise, everything inside this boundary has been achieved. Now you're on the edge. So everything outside seems to create a doubt in your mind. There's no one to truly guide you, or you can truly trust. Like there's no one you can truly trust. So that's where the doubt has been created. And now in a dream state, when you're not completely grounded, it's those doubts are becoming nightmares. Nightmares are in a way like they're trying to tell you what to kind of correct or the right action to take. So it's like nightmares, as I said, a normal dream, if you think about, it's a simulation place as to where what actions are realistic possible, so you can simulate that in dream. On the other side, if you go in a nightmare, so you can simulate what fears can become reality. Now, once you start understanding what fears are becoming reality, your mind starts trying to figure out how to get out of those nightmares. So nightmares often have a tendency of repeating themselves. When they're repeating, it's like your mind is trying to train itself to how to get out of it. Once it truly learns how to get out of it, then it can consciously act in the same way. So you are in that situation right now. Mind's ambition, Two of Wands, Heart's desire, 5 coins. So that's where it is. So it could be that in the past, whatever was going on, it was sort of like a mirror situation, 5 coins, where there's mirror and deception, where whoever created these boundaries around you, or whoever gave you the ideas, the belief systems as to what's possible and how to lead a life, they by themselves had tried things outside the boundary and they failed. Now, it's not about that you should not try things outside the boundary. It's that you should first not judge how you will experience life based on other people's perspective. And mirror is all about, you try to find that other person who seemingly look really close to you, and then instead of using dream states to simulate your life, you're looking at their life and trying to see, oh, if I'm behaviorally so similar to them, my life should lead this way. Which is incorrect, because A, their situations would have been completely different because of time dimension is different for them. And B, it's like your actions and emotions would be different because you yourself are a unique person. Even if you think there's behavioral similarities with someone else, that truly doesn't mean that you are similar to someone else. It just, you somehow figured out some people similar to you. That really doesn't mean your life would be similar to them. It's truly unique to yourself. And so this mirror situation and the family belief are together pointing out that someone intentionally, knowingly that how good or amazing you are, they started creating these boundaries by making you, like they actively took actions to make you fail as a kid or as a growing adult when you try to test those boundaries. So you can say that's narcissistic, and that's truly is in a way, but they are truly attracted to your energy, and that's why they wanted to hold you. So if you can find any sort of recognition for that, that would allow you to let go of that anger. But going on the other side, about talking about, now that you understand the other person was trying to hold you back by actively acting against you, now you're free to test those boundaries and believe that you will not experience the same thing the other people did, because you will make your own choices. And you're a unique person. Don't think that you will copy someone else's pattern. Don't think that the mirror situation would always, mirror doesn't really apply to anyone. Like, there is no one who is similar. Everyone is unique. Even if we are 7 billion people on this planet, we still, everyone is unique. We seemingly might share some characteristics, that's genetics at work, but everything outside that is unique. Future situations, Hermit. That's where you're going. Finding your own truth, finding your uniqueness. So a Hermit card, if you think about, is all about, see, in this card, the monk is walking with a sounding staff, and just walking, it's like literally almost like sleepwalking. So it's like your mind is available to process all of information because your body is doing something which it can do in autopilot mode. The sounding staff protects the monk. The idea of this is trying to redirect your mind towards automatic activities, towards basic activities, which forces you to slow down in a like in a fast-paced world, especially the one we live in right now. Okay, this year slowed it down, 2020, but other than that, we live in a really, like, what's next? How we can get to that destination, or how we can make that money, or how can I get that picture, like photograph taken from me so I can post it on social media. It's like all about the destination. It's like people are not experiencing anything. Hermit is all about learning what you want to experience and only investing. It's truly impossible to try to experience every possible thing on this planet. You have to learn what you want to experience and only invest 100%, and then not try to copy anyone else's path. So getting to a hermit stage is like forcing your mind to slow down completely, do basic activities which requires little to no processing. It's just purely physical. It's like something like gardening, something like cooking, house chores. Do basic activities and redirect your attention so that now your little conscious mind can talk to itself as if it's sleeping in an awake state. And once it starts talking to itself, it will truly start projecting the concept of mirror. It will truly start projecting the concept that you need to always follow old beliefs or tradition. I'm not here to say that you should not do that, but you are allowed to test boundaries. Nobody's stopping you to do that. You are allowed to test boundaries. You are allowed to be your authentic, natural self. So these nightmares, the doubt you have in your mind, they would be released once you start truly believing in yourself. Suggested advice or action: Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins is about ambitions. And context for this advice: Three of Wands. A perfect connection to a segue to this reading, where it's like the cards by itself was talking to you that chase your dreams, chase your ambitions. Stop for creating these doubts that you will fail outside these boundaries. And even if you do, what if? Like, even if you do, it's your own journey. You're learning something from it. You're learning a skill that or maybe like that decision was incorrect. Let's not repeat that again. And the reason you chose a decision to make, even if you made a wrong choice, the reason you made that choice now is because this choice or that situation might occur again. And you're being trained in this moment to learn what the correct choice is. So everything that you do from here onwards should be focused towards following your dreams and ambitions. You have to truly release the doubts. You have to truly release the attachment to an old structure. You have to truly release any belief that mirror exists, that you can follow someone else's template because you're behaviorally similar, and hoping that if you follow those templates, you will become successful. Or also fearing that if you follow that because you're following that template, now other person's mistakes are also your mistakes. Hopes and fears. Hoping for strength and potential outcome. Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords is actually learning how to navigate out of difficult situations. Like being diplomatic and creative about it. It seems like once you start finding your truth, speaking it out loud would become easier. So this is your first step, like moving towards a hermit energy. And once you start becoming sure about your thoughts, once you are like even sure enough that you can write it down, start writing it down before you start expressing it out. A lot of us are like so on the edge at times that we want to share our thoughts with everyone around, like with friends, family, without truly thinking that how it would be receptive. Once you start writing those thoughts down, our brain, because of our environmental experience, has an automatic way of forcing us to be more creative and diplomatic and like less hurtful to other people. It's just that in real moments, our emotions have tendency of fluctuating differently. What I mean by that is, in a moment, if I'm feeling bad, the rightest thought in my mind can come out negatively. But once you start writing them down, once you truly understand your truth, the emotions don't really impact what you're saying. You can truly separate your emotions from your words, and then that's how you become Queen of Swords. So first, if any issues, thoughts about your financial success in the future, any doubts about your financial stability, because that's where your dreams are right now. Your mind wants 2 of Wands, which is again an opportunity to make your dreams reality. 3 of Wands, mapping your opportunity to reality and to your abilities. So it's like finding the right destination for it. Knight of Coins, dreams and ambitions. Yes, rest assured this will happen. What you need to do right now is first release all the doubts. Stop living those nightmares. How you start doing that is like, if you wake up with a negative mood, there would be a recollective memory, like short-term memory, that would have recollected some sort of your dream, that nightmare that is upsetting you. Write that down. Next morning, you will be given more information. So keep writing them down so you will start collecting those nightmares. Once you start doing that, then acting on, like, understanding why it's happening becomes easier, because now your conscious can actively process it. Releasing those nightmares would take you closer towards finding the truth. Second thing you need to start doing is like slow your mind down, especially like this holiday season is perfect. Focus on basic things. Focus on trying to just keep doing the basic things every day right. And once you start doing that, you automatically, your conscious brain gets occupied with processing different mindsets and like then releasing all these negative psychological backlogs which are giving you nightmares. Nightmares are all about something that you cannot consciously do in a daytime, in reality. That's where you're facing them. So a reverse way of them is correcting your mistakes. So just in your nightmare state, learn what you need to do, write them down on a daily basis, and then you actively will learn. You will grow, you will get out of it. Finding your truth is very important, and then all the things will follow. And keep pursuing your dreams, keep pursuing your ambitions. Don't let anyone else tell you that you cannot do something, because they're not you, you're not them. You're unique and they are unique to themselves. So don't let anyone else tell you you cannot do something. Libra.